This is how I use Pickfinder to find the best plays at the best price. First off, I'm in the MLB, and I'm gonna show you a couple of things first. As it comes, everything is selected. All the props are selected. I'm gonna leave that for now. And up here, I have the book selected that I want to play on or that I want to see the odds from for different comparisons. For example, I got FanDuel and Pinnacle, and then I have Dabble, Flip, Underdog, Price Picks. All right, and Hard Rock is not. I mean, Hard Rock is on here also, but some plays you won't see that Hard Rock is always listed as a book. But I'm in Florida, so I need Flip, Hard Rock, Underdog, and Dabble or Price Picks. You know what I mean? So I selected the books that I can play on. But with all of these props selected, I don't want to see plays that have anything minus 150 or higher. Yes, they have a extremely high implied probability, and that's what I'm looking for. I want players that have a 54% implied probability or higher. Forget what's happened in the past. Okay? First off, that's how I start. Forget what's happened in the past. Show me plays that have a a high implied probability. But I don't want plays that I that are minus 150 or higher. So I'm gonna go to the props. I'm gonna deselect this, and I want to see hits allowed, walks allowed, earned runs allowed, pitching outs, hit runs and RBI, pitcher strikeouts, and sometimes the fantasy scores on underdog or prize picks. I'm gonna leave it at this for now, because as you can see, I still have plays that have 54% or higher. You know what I mean? But now look at these odds. I don't have a ton of plays that have well over minus 150. So now I start to dig into these and look at what plays that have a 54% odds chance to hit at the best price. Let's look at Tyler O'Neill over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Look at what books have this play listed. Hard Raw at minus 140. ParlayPlay minus 133. Sleeper at minus 143. Underdog has it at minus 115, but now I have to play a 2-pick or a 3-pick entry. It's also at Dabble, but I'm guaranteed Dabble has this play nerf. You might get it at you might get it at 0. 0.9, 0.7, but it won't be a 3-pick that pays out 6x. So I'll look to play the bitch at minus 115 on Underdog. That still may have to be a 2-pick or a 3-pick entry, but still, I like this play wherever I can get it because it has a 54% odds chance to hit, but I want it at the best price. So I'm not playing it at Sleeper, ParlayPlay, or Underdog. I'm sorry, Hard Rock. I'm going to play it at Underdog at minus 115. So now I know I have a decent play that is extremely valuable versus these books that have it listed. I just need one more. And that's going to be Jeremiah Jackson because for the same reason 54% odds chance to hit. Two books have it juiced to go over. Sleeper, Hard Rock, when I could get it at Underdog on minus 116. There's my 2-pick entry. And if you want to even dig more, that's what Pickfinder is definitely awesome for. You can go look at the matchup versus that pitcher. You can see the history, if this bat is hot or cold. You know what I mean? That's if you need another layer outside of just positive expected value according to what the other books have the price listed at or what they have their odds listed at. So it's always, or not always, it's not always a ton of them. It's always changing as these books are adjusting throughout the day depending on what's happening um, closer to game time. More news comes out, injury news comes out. So it's best to just always be checking to see what plays are extremely valuable. Now, I can go and show you, I can go and dig into all these plays and show you where the best price is at, but it's easy to see once you see it a couple of times. Despite what's happened in the past, look at what the books have this play listed at. If it's heavily juiced somewhere, it's obviously going to be a best price at another play, at another book, usually like Underdog, Flip. Underdog, Flip, Dabble, Hard Rock. That's why you gotta be on a ton of books if you're gonna be in a game like this, putting in a bunch of volume. But that's how I find a bunch of plays. And if there's not a ton of plays that have an extremely attractive implied probability, then I just go to the trending plays. I look at the last 10 and I want to see anything that has an 80% hit rate or higher with those props listed that I already selected, remember? And then I look over and find plays that have a decent matchup versus starting pitcher, or that have a hot bat, or it's a pitcher that's been on fire. Like, look at Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams pitching outs at 15 and a half. His pitching outs at 15 and a half. It's hitting at 80% over his last 10 outings. And then Cleveland versus Detroit. Cleveland versus Detroit. Has he faced off against Detroit before? Where I'm at. Go over here. Why is it showing Jack Flattery? That's weird. But you get what I'm saying. Gavin Williams, his pitching outline is at 15 and a half over his last 10 outings. He's hit this at 80% of the time. But it's only listed at dabble, so you see that there's no implied probability because there's only one place that have it, one book that has that one line. You know what I mean? So I would still rather play. That's when I'm just looking for trending plays. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have anything. But you got a ton of plays that's trending. Jurison Profar, I think he was on the other list. So it correlates. It makes me have a play that's extremely attractive and a play that is trending. Let's go back. I don't know what it was. Let's go look here. Oh, it's only at 2 places, but still, you get what I'm saying. He was on the trending, not the trending list, but the implied probability for something. I was looking at him earlier. But that could have changed if the price has changed, if this is all updated live, you know what I'm saying? Or updated within minutes. I'm not positive how live it is. But that is the easiest way to look at plays when you break down all of these props to show you plays that's going to have a better, a more attractive line as opposed to just having it selected to all and it's showing you lines that are heavily juiced that you're not going to be able to play straight up or not going to get a decent line on places like Dabble or Hard Rock because all of those prices going to be nerfed because it's extremely implied probability to go over. 67% for Ernie Clement to get a hit. Let's go look. He's gotten a hit 80% over the last 10 games. That this is not an attractive play to play straight up. You're not playing him minus 210 to get a hit. Don't do that. You can see that it's a goblin on PrizePicks. You know that's nerfed. I guarantee it's nerfed on Dabble. So that's why I break down the props so you can find a more attractive betting opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So deselect all, select the ones that would have a better odds, like the ones I showed you: hits allowed, walks allowed, earned runs, pitching outs, hit runs and RBIs, and then pitcher strikeouts. I used to always just only start with hits, runs and RBI, and pitcher strikeouts. Let me get rid of these and show you how, because that used to be some of the most available lines on multiple books. And as you can still see with just those 2 selected, hit runs and RBIs and pitcher strikeouts, you can see I got 6 plays, 2, 4, 6 plays that are decent, that I would play 2s, 3s, 4s, or 6-pick entry or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if you use code ReallyRico, you get 10% off for life. But that's how you do it. Pickfinder.app, you already know. Bang, let's get it.